What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back in the studio. It's a great, great day. Not so great for rates, but we're hanging in there. Trump hopefully ends the war in Iran so we can get back to the promised land with rates. Come on, buddy. You can do it. I know you can do it. With me today in the studio, very, very, very special guest. One of our very own, Daren Greig. Welcome, Daren.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, brother. First time here.
Yeah.
So it's
Nice
your
stuff.
christening.
Thank you.
So hope to have you again. And the gentleman over here with the amazing hat, I got to find out who his hat dealer is. See, I've never rocked a hat like that.
Listen,
but
I've never done it.
I
either,
want
but-
to
Yeah.
now because of you. Okay, I've never done it. But
pull it
if I can get a bold logo on a hat like that, I think I'll be onto something.
Oh, yeah?
I think so. I think so. But LPT leader, David Kurz, welcome,
What's up,
buddy.
man?
Great
Thanks
to
for
see
having
you,
me.
my brother. Great to see you.
Listen, by the way, you can pick up this sexy hat in Bellissimo in New York City, baby.
Oh, nice little
It's
plug.
nice.
Bellissimo, New York City.
Bellissimo. Listen, man, it's a...
Wait. Cowboy hats in New York?
But it's not a cowboy hat. It's a flat bill fedora.
A flat bill
fancy.
fedora.
Yeah.
That does sound fancy.
Yeah.
It sounds expensive.
Yeah, it was.
It sounds expensive. I'm just saying.
I spent more money on this hat than I have on some outfits. All right, so
Wow.
yeah.
Ooh,
legit.
like that.
Yeah.
I guess that one's going to the grave with you in fucking 50 years.
That's why
I
I'm
got
wearing
you.
this shit every day, bro.
He's like, I'm getting
Your
my money's
money's
worth.
worth.
Get my money's
Every
worth.
picture of Clint Eastwood in it. I love it, brother. But how's the market treating you, fellas? How's everything going? Love to catch up, doing some great things. Daren's a newer addition. Joined us and along with the big block team over at LPT Realty.
yes.
Shout out to Corey and Sam.
Big
doing
shout
a
out to Corey and
phenomenal
Sam.
job with that team. Love that group. Love those guys.
Absolutely. Great guys.
I got to tell you, I was stoked when Big Block came over. I don't know if you guys know the story, but Sam and I known each other for, 7, 8 years or something. And so for him to come over in the last year and just kind of join networks with us and me be a part of that, dude, I was stoked. I was ecstatic. First of all, Sam's an incredible mentor, coach, teacher.
Yeah.
Like, give it what you want, right?
Yeah.
Corey's an incredible brain behind the operations and connecting people in the marketing and systems and stuff. And so being able to collaborate with them more and collaborate with their team more, and give me an excuse to travel back and forth to California.
Not a bad excuse.
Especially San Diego.
San Diego's
Come on,
not bad.
man. San Diego's not bad.
Not bad. San Diego. I love San Diego personally. I freaking love San Diego.
It
So
is.
that's a hell of a
there's
way to. I
any-
gotta go.
yeah.
I gotta go work. And we'll be out in
If there's
San
any
Diego
part
for
of
a few
California
days.
that I would like to spend time in, is definitely San Diego.
Yeah, San
It's
Diego.
absolutely-
We
it's
were
nice.
out there once for a leadership conference, and we stayed like in that downtown area, close
Yeah.
to like the ballpark.
Yep.
Like where they have like all the bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that area.
Gaslamp's
Yeah.
awesome.
Amazing.
Petco's
area.
awesome. That's the best baseball park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
much
baseball
fun.
park
It's
was
awesome.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
We actually had an event after, because usually when we go out to the leadership conference, which you will be at this year, hopefully, right? God willing. We have like 3 days. One of those days, one of our vendors will sponsor us and we'll do something, right? When we were in San Diego, their contribution to us was going out to the baseball park, right?
That's
so we
awesome.
saw a Padres game. And they rented out like that whole section in the back, and that was just unbelievable.
We've done that a bunch of times. It's
Between
awesome.
the weather, the
Yeah.
food,
And the Padres are actually good now. Which is,
the
that
Padres
helps, too.
actually good. So between the weather and all that,
food,
it was
yeah, and
the
everything.
food and the the
it's
drinks.
like
It was so
food.
much fun.
One of the last times I've been there, I think it was about a year ago. One of the other guys that's with us, Travis, I don't know if you know Travis. Travis runs a team out there as well. He was a part of Big Block and helped with the whole transition of Big Block coming over. And his son, who helps run his team, lives in one of the buildings right by the park. And it has this crazy, awesome rooftop pool lounge situation
Lovely.
happening where you're just looking at everything. Navy ships are driving by while you're looking at the ballpark. And like,
Yeah, they get some
Because it's
beautiful
all
buildings.
right around
all
there.
right there.
It's all right
Stadium
there.
seats on top of
Super,
it. It's awesome.
super,
It's
super
all
dope.
right there.
Yeah, it's
it's
great.
so cool. So cool. Love the city. Love the city. So yeah, shout out to Big Block. Love those guys over there. And I know Daren's been working with a ton of their agents. And God willing, very soon, every single one of you guys, right?
Yeah.
Daren has the full support of our group, of our platform. So been here now a few months.
Yeah. been great.
Been great. You've been extremely successful with everything you got going on, and on top of that, you actually adapted pretty quickly. Believe it or not, like I like dealing with people that know what they're doing. Right.
And then move quick.
Because they get it, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes maybe you don't know when you first hire somebody and somebody joins the team and you got somebody joining and kind of integrating in a different culture.
Right.
You don't know how well versed they are at the role. Like you don't know if they can actually do it. Yeah. Darren, it's like if he was already
like
here.
Rolled in.
He just like rolled in and it's like he was already here. Like I was like, I don't even know how he picked it up that fast.
So I've learned how to like do stuff and how to treat people and teach people. And
absolutely.
It makes a huge difference. Like you hire the wrong people, it's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare. So you always kind of have that, but you also came with Corey and Sam, to which you guys all know each other. So you guys already had that relationship.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
And judging by their character, they know what they're doing as well on that front. Huge. So it kind of, and it was kind of like a seamless transition for you. So shout out to you for that, man. You really rocked it and crushed it, and you worked very well with our team.
How long have you been in the industry?
I got in 2004.
Okay.
Been a long time.
It's been a little bit.
22, almost 22 years in August. So it's just crazy. It seems
Let's talk
doesn't
about
seem
that.
like it's that long.
You remember those times?
Oh, good old days.
The good old days.
Breathe in this mirror. All right, perfect.
Yeah, I remember.
Fog up this mirror. Get alone. 0 down.
It was literally so.
You're a janitor where?
Yeah.
2 million, you said?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No problem.
Do you guys remember AmeriQuest?
Yeah.
You guys remember AmeriQuest?
Yeah.
So AmeriQuest, it used to be where it's like, look, sign right here that you make $20,000 a month on this piece of paper.
Yeah.
Like, okay, here.
Done,
all right, you're closing this afternoon. Like it was.
I had a bunch of buddies at Countrywide. The stories they would tell me were insane.
Insane.
I was like,
Insane,
how is
man.
this possible? Like we weren't doing that stuff. I was just amazed it was just income.
I was seeing closings for the same property happen 3 times at the same table. Like this guy would buy for this price and immediately sell it to this person, immediately sell it to that person.
Which is why we're so regulated now, right? Like
it's a good thing, right?
It's a good thing.
It was the Wild Wild West.
But it's like 0 to 100 though. Like no regulation to too much regulation. Let's find a happy medium.
Let's find a happy medium.
I think it's in a good spot right now. I think things
protecting the homeowners. Prices are going to keep going up because of that.
100%. 100%.
But you should be able to justify you can pay for your house. I mean, it's not a very good business model to give people loans that can't pay back.
That's literally the key to the whole thing. Our job is to show the ability for them to repay the loan.
To repay the loan.
That's what matters.
That's it. Yeah. Can you repay this loan? That's it.
Yeah.
Right? Because we don't want to foreclose. We don't want to do any of that. Right? It's like, show me your ability to repay. That's why we structure. Yeah. That's what we get paid to do. Right?
I think that being said, I think one of the biggest reasons I really like working with you guys when it comes to the mortgage side is because you have those options to create different opportunities for people, right? Because we understand that it's the ability to pay it back, but we also know, especially in Miami, because Miami's like home of the entrepreneur, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And so,
no place like it.
No, Miami is like, well, let's just say there's a lot of people everywhere who make really good money, but have a difficult time demonstrating that they could pay it back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so there's, one of the things that's really great about you guys is that you have the ability to look at different places, find different rates, find different purchase options, find different programs, statement
100%.
Loans and stuff like that. We're working on a statement loan right now with
because
you guys. Like
optionality is everything.
Yeah.
100%.
And nowadays, there's more people are doing like second jobs and doing Uber and things like that. So it's like becoming hard. It's not just W-2, work there for 20 years anymore. It's becoming a lot more difficult. So you got to be creative now.
Absolutely, 100%. But having the optionality to have those different products, like at least with like our platform. So like Daren has the ability to look at a client and say, okay, what does this individual fit in, right? Mm-hmm. Not a W-2, doesn't fit into this. Maybe not a conforming. Maybe a bank statement loan, DSCR. Okay, let's see pricing. Okay, if we go delegated, we have this. Non-delegated, it's this. Or if we broker, it's this. Having every single option at your disposal just opens it up a lot more for the borrower.
And I think as a real estate agent, and I'll talk to the realtors, out there, it's not my job to know all that. It's y'all's job to know all that. And what I like to do is I like to look at everyone that I'm talking to, because they used to have this thing where it was like, ask them pre-qualifying questions. And I used to be like, but why? I don't know the regulations. And they change all the damn time.
Yeah.
And I have enough trouble tracking what I got to do on the real estate side, right?
Yeah.
Like now the new law with FinCEN and all this other stuff, right? I have enough time tracking that I don't want to learn your job.
No.
Right? So my job is to look at somebody and go, you want to buy a house? Great. Do you have a job or a business or something, right? Because I'm not going to send you somebody that's not working, right?
Even then, who knows?
How long have you owned this business, or how long do you get a retirement check, right? Like, do you know how many veterans out there earn a medical disability payment and they can't really work anymore, but that payment is enough for them to get a mortgage?
Yeah, definitely.
Like people just don't know. And so I like to pretend that I don't know either, even though I know some, right? And so I'll go to somebody and I'll say, you know what? I'm just going to collect you with my lender. If they could figure something out with you, because that's what you guys do great. 22 years of experience, right? How long have you been doing it?
2006.
Yeah. I mean, I've got 21 years in the real estate game. I don't want to know what you guys do. Yeah. I really don't.
Yeah.
If I did, I would do that.
Right.
Right. And so I look at people and I think if you're a real estate agent out there and you're working with a buyer and you're unsure of the opportunity, don't try to pretend you know the business. Go to them and say, I'm going to connect you with my lender, and do what I do. I put them together in a text message. Right.
Yeah.
And I go, hey.
Warm handoff.
Yeah. Look,
It's a perfect
let me
idea.
introduce you to my lender. I'm attaching, John Smith to this text message. You guys connect. John's got a business. He's had this business for 12 years. Blah, blah, blah. He might not be doing his taxes in a way that would show a lot of income. So maybe you figure something out with him. And then I pass the ball to you. And hopefully at some point you come back with a ball full of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you go, hey, dude, we got them qualified on whatever program, and this is what you need to do for this person. And, whether it's down payment assistance or bank loan program or FHA or VA or conventional 3%, 5%, 10%, 20%, whatever it is, right? And I don't want to know all those rules and regulations, nor do I want access to your systems or anything like that. I want to know that I can refer you and that you're going to do your best, which is why I like working with you guys.
Absolutely.
Right? And
Appreciate
so
that.
I think, for the real estate agent, your lender is the person who's going to give the buyer the official credit card to go shopping, right?
Yep.
I always tell people, don't go show houses if you don't know what they can. Like, you're shopping without a credit
It's a
card.
waste of time.
You know what I mean?
Right,
You
right,
sent
right.
wifey to the mall without a credit card, right? like let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's have direction, Oh, this
Absolutely.
person qualifies for $500,000. Great. Now I know what to show them. Now I'm not wasting my time or their time. Because you go show them $700,000 houses without a pre-approval. Now they have $700,000 houses in their brain. Now when they get pre-approved for $500,000 from you, and you go to show them $500,000 houses, it's not going to look the same. It's not as sexy. And so you're going to have a really hard time putting somebody in a home. So I think where real estate agents need to get best versed is learn how to communicate to your client that you are going to connect them with your lender, because this is step one. There is nothing else that can happen until that happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Even on the other side, if you show them $300,000 homes, they qualify for $500,000. They might be like, "This market's not for me.
Right.
I can't buy anything." I see that a lot more too. Like they're like, "Wow, I approved for way more than I thought I would."
Yeah, because some realtor went on ChatGPT and said, "This is how much they earn. What do you think they qualify for?" Right?
Exactly.
And listen, bro,
They're using
come on.
net numbers. Who knows? And it's like, oh, I don't want to live in this crappy $200,000 condo. I want to have a house. So when you get $500,000, like, cool. This is exciting.
And I think so. We also need to know enough to go to the buyer and say, "Hey, listen, you got to get pre-qualified. Yes, they're going to pull your credit. No, it doesn't affect you if 5 lenders pull your credit at the same time. Like, there are certain things that realtors should know, but the actual programs and all the things that you guys have to offer."
Yeah. And besides the programs, right? Like, you have the programs, but on top of that, like Daren's loan origination platform, right? The point of sale for where a client goes into a portal, fills out their application. Simple, easy to use, 5 to 7 minutes. You're filling out all your information. That's your portal throughout the life of the loan. Condition requests go through there. Easy to upload. Like, the communication back and forth is simple, right? So even just the simplicity of getting the loan to the closing table, that experience is also
huge.
Huge.
And it allows for more communication with the real estate agents, right?
100%.
Like if you're a real estate agent out there and if you've ever been lost in your deal, you're dealing with the wrong lender.
100%.
Like this is the guy you want to talk to because, right? Like I don't like being in the middle of my process and not having answers.
Yeah.
Because I'm the center force.
Yeah.
So for updates, my client's going to come to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, hey, what's going on with that appraisal?
Yeah.
Right?
And if you have to call, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, you should get the update before you even thought you wanted one. Right.
I didn't know I needed that.
I didn't even know I wanted this, but I needed this today, right?
But as long as I read that email update, right, and I go, oh, okay.
That's it.
Or it gives me the power to call
and
my
it's the
client
communication.
and go, hey, guess what?
That's huge.
And here's the next step. So that loan origination platform, the next evolution, right, that we are now trying to code into the software is to be able to add the agent's information as our partner in the equation, and they're getting the alerts right alongside with us, besides the journey alerts that they get to their email. But I'm talking text message, I'm talking all that, right? So that's the next. So it's like everyone is having full transparency, communication, where's everything at all times. Plus, on top of that, we have the ability to shop around lenders, any lender available to us to shop for the best rate for the client, and the optionality in terms of products with these different investors. So it's just wide
Everything's
open.
set up perfect.
It's just wide open.
And communication is so key. And I'm glad that you guys really focus on that. One of the things that I do with my clients is I put the whole team into a WhatsApp group. So if it's 123 Main Street, that's the name of the group, 123, so it's easy to find.
Mm-hmm.
And I put like all the decision makers in there. If there's two buyers, husband and wife, I put them both in there. If there's mom and daughter, I put them both in there.
Smart.
Right?
I like
things
that.
like that. And then I
That's smart.
add
I like
my
that.
transaction coordinator, my assistant, me. If there's
It's
another
one central hub for everybody.
That lender, everybody goes in there.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a deal fall apart, right? So what did I do? I said, okay, this deal fell apart. We're going to start over again. I'm going to remove some folks from the group until they're ready again. I removed the lender, I removed the TCE, I removed people that didn't have to be bothered with the process of me showing homes.
Right.
Right? And then after I show homes and I get them under contract again, reintroduce them back into the group.
Right.
And I think that that's huge communication.
Great way to do it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And now, if I'm getting your messages of what's going on, I could hit the WhatsApp group before you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm busy or I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
And you come back in there and go, hey guys, just want to let you know.
Everything's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
we do everything through there.
That's great. That's a great way to start the process too, because they have the same. I think the hard thing is you change from like text to email to
Too much.
CRM. You just keep it on the same path.
Yeah.
The entire start to finish.
And what's cool about WhatsApp is you can share files in there and stuff like that. So like,
great.
You can have it on your computer. Right?
have it on my computer too.
Absolutely.
But you can share documents in there. You can share, like I tell my clients, hey, send us a copy of your IDs. They put the pictures in there.
Yeah.
You know,
it's all secure.
I put the pre-approval. So like when you send a pre-approval, I like drop that into the WhatsApp group. So we all have access to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Smart. I like that.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I like that. That's very cool. I never actually thought about that one.
Yeah.
But that's a good
It's a really good idea.
Yeah, it's a really good one. Yeah. We picked up a tidbit on this podcast
Let's
today.
go.
You see? From the man with the $1 million hat. You know?
The WhatsApp app.
So, Daren, what are some things that our big block LPT agents can look forward to from what kind of level of service you can provide to them? We love our big block team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just getting back to people quick, and I'm always on my phone, so that always helps. Once I'm showering or sleeping, I'm usually available.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I take my phone out of the shower.
Yeah.
That's why it's always in rice. That's why it's always in rice.
When iPhone said it was waterproof, I was like, now I have no excuse. If you hear water in the background, no, I am not at a
3 minutes in the shower.
He's literally going, yeah, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? That's awesome, man. You know what? Spring purchase season is now in full effect. We're seeing volume come up.
Yeah.
Regardless of what's happening with the war and these rates right now, God willing, it's all temporary and it'll start heading in the right direction.
People that maybe people are scared to get in. Maybe rates are higher, so they're scared. But get in. You don't have to lock the rate until the end of closing.
But what's crazy is rates were high for a while, right? And then out of nowhere, boom, boom, it just started trending downward.
Yeah.
So loans that were in the process already were able to capitalize on that little downward.
Yeah.
And then boom, it spiked right after the freaking bombs went off, right?
Yeah.
It spiked. But if they get in now, ride that wave, God willing, by the time
Look
closing
at all the
happens,
other reports. They should be down still.
And look, by all means, I know
still.
a lot of people are calling this a long war. Trump has zero intention. I mean, he said it a million times. His staff has said it a million times. He has no intention on extending this, right? Like he could end it in an hour, but he's trying to be somewhat diplomatic, right?
Yeah.
So he thinks it's going to go on for another, 3, 4, 5 weeks.
Right.
I don't think it goes past that. Like, how much further can it go past that? Everyone's going after this one place, right?
Right.
And so, like, all the neighbors are pissed off, right?
Right.
And so, it's kind of like if you're the jerk in your neighborhood, how long before you're going to sell? Because all your neighbors hate you,
Right.
And they keep throwing eggs at your house every day. You know what I mean? And then one day you put a for sale sign, and everybody goes, "All right, we'll leave him alone until he leaves."
Your neighbors don't like you. Stop it already.
Stop it. But I think it doesn't last as long as a lot of people think. Obviously, the market's going to respond to something like this, But look, we saw oil prices go as high as $130 a gallon. Last I heard, I think it was yesterday morning, they were back down to $80 a gallon. Right. And I think it's all very strategic in the way that the administration is doing it. Whether you 100%. Love it or hate them or whatever, a move is a move and action is an action. Yeah. And we did the Venezuela thing. We took over 80 million barrels of oil. And then we bombed Iran.
Which you can see the chess move there.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
Listen, no matter what your political views are, the guy's a strategist.
Yeah. The
guy's a strategist.
And whether you agree with it or not, or you agree with the war or not, or
absolutely,
I have no control over it, so I can't help you with that.
The whole thing is, though, I think there's been a lot of transparency since before he was even elected. Like, he clearly said what he does not want, what he wants to do, what he wants to accomplish.
It was like he told us it was going to happen.
Like, you kind of know it was heading there, right? I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Look, I'm not going to say if I'm for or against what's going on because it's irrelevant. But the dude knows what it is that he wants. He's going to go after. He doesn't care what anybody thinks.
And I think what I appreciate though, and then there's a small piece I appreciate, and it's that he comes from the real estate world. Yeah. And so I don't know, and maybe I'm talking out the side of my face, right? But I don't know that he's going to do something to detriment the real estate market. Yeah. I don't know that would be something he would intentionally do to the market here. Mm-hmm. I think that would be such a bad stamp on him. Worse than so many other things he's
100%.
I think regardless, there's opportunities when things like this happen. So you got to look at it as an opportunity.
Always,
exactly.
So like, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad or whatever you think.
That's why
like,
we're bringing
advantage.
It up. It's because you got to take advantage of these situations.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Jump in now. Like, if you're looking to buy a house, start thinking about it now. Rates will probably go down before you go into the house. And again, I always tell, if the rate is only going to change a quarter point, does that really make a big difference on the payment? No. Yeah. So people just they're like get into this space in their heads.
And to add to that, if you want to know what that number actually is, call Daren.
Yeah.
Right? Let him run that and say, look, this is what it is this is what it looks like. And then you're gonna probably look at it like, oh, it's not that big of a difference.
And if you can't afford it, you buy down the points. If you can't afford it, you stay with the house, you do what you gotta do, you purchase the home, and if for some crazy, wild reason, rates go to 3.5% down the line somewhere, refinance your loan.
Yeah. Right. And you don't write a check to an interest rate. You write a check to a number.
Right.
So it doesn't, interest rate's irrelevant.
My dad was in real estate, and my dad once told me a long time ago, he said, I sold a ton of houses when rates were 18%. So, like, I don't want to hear it, right. And so what it really boils down to is, and then people argue with me, but houses were $40,000 back then. And I'm like, but
the income also.
The income was also really low. Yeah, so that mattered, right?
Absolutely.
And I think what Daren is saying is, what it really is dependent on is when you see that monthly number and you go, I'm comfortable with that number.
Right.
Right. And if
which
you're
is
not
what people need to be
that,
applying off of.
Even if you qualify for it.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the number I'm comfortable with. Work it backwards from there.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how they should be looking
Absolutely.
at it.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they should be looking at it. But it is right now a buyer's market. Buyers can call the shots. There's a lot of inventory. I'm seeing a ton of deals right now that are being purchased at well below appraised value. Like they're negotiating these prices, and then the appraisal comes in, and you're like, "Wow, you got a hell of a deal."
Yeah.
Like you can get a deal right now.
Yeah,
And you just mentioned buying points. Sellers are willing to contribute right now. Like these are conversations we need to have.
Yeah.
These are conversations we need to have, and you can put yourself in a good, sweet situation.
Yeah, years ago they laugh at you if you ask for.
Yeah, they were like,
Now
"Yeah,
it's
get this
But I
out of
think-
here."
I think a lot of
I have
value.
65 offers.
Yeah.
Get this out of here,
Yeah,
right?
and a lot of things have to also be in place, right? Like, for instance, people that bought in 2020, 2021, they have equity in their homes right now.
Yeah.
Even though they have a mortgage of 2.25 or 2.5 or whatever it is, they have equity.
Yeah.
And so sometimes people look at the house and they go, money in the bank is better than money in the walls,
100%.
right? So to have equity in your house and have zero access to it,
Yep.
what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Right? So, I had considered selling my house. I have a 2.5% interest rate. People are like, "You're nuts. You're going to end up in a 6%, this and that, and this." And I go, "Yeah, but also I'm downsizing significantly."
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
I
So,
think you need to change your family size. It doesn't matter what your interest
Right.
rate is.
yeah. And
100%.
by the way, I'm going to walk away with a very nice piece of equity.
Yeah.
So now I have money in the bank, not money in my walls, right? Because if an emergency happens tomorrow, I can't chop off a piece of concrete and go, "Hey, man, hold this in leverage," right? Like, "Hey, hospital, here's a piece of my drywall," right? Like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And so for some sellers, if you could help them realize that there's an opportunity to have money in the bank versus, again, money in the walls, that's an opportunity. Some people who might be downsizing like myself might even have enough equity to sell that and buy something cash.
Yeah.
So with the equity being there and rates getting to where they got, it turned it into a buyer's market. And now it gives, when you ask for that concession, there's enough equity for a seller to say, "Okay, I'll give a concession."
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right? Where we didn't really have that before either.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I think it's just opportunity all the way around. And
Yeah. And we have a lot of people actually taking advantage of said equity and taking out HELOCs to reinvest in other properties.
yes.
Yeah.
So we have access to a product. So, guys, if you want access to this, contact Daren. But we have a literal, this AI-based application. Takes 5 minutes to fill out, and within 5 minutes, it's probably 3 minutes, but I'm saying 5 just so it doesn't sound exaggerated, right? 5-minute application from beginning to end, and at the end it'll tell you, "Congratulations, you are approved," or "No, you are denied." And if it tells you that you're approved, it literally tells you, "This is how much we can give you, and these are the 3 options, rate and payment wise. Which one do you want?" Click, boom, goes to the next one. Submit these documents and click for your closing.
I didn't even know
And you
that.
schedule your closing, and you'll have the money within 72 hours. It's like 3 days.
Yeah.
Call it 5 days. You'll have the money in your bank
Yeah, they
account.
quote 5 days. It's usually 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
usually
is
3 or
that
4.
a HELOC?
Yeah.
It's a HELOC.
It's like
It's a
7.5%.
HELOC.
It's very good rates too.
It's
All right, so
insane.
For a lot of the agents watching right now, what is a HELOC? What do people use?
It's
it
a
for?
home equity line of credit. Okay. It's a way to continue keeping your 2.5 rate on your first, right? Not touching your rate. You're not refinancing that loan. You're just getting a second loan, right? You're getting a line of
On the
credit
equity.
based on the equity, right? Exactly.
And then now, what do people use this for? I know some people use it for home repairs.
You can use it for whatever you want. Look, my brother-in-law just took one out, and he's remodeling his whole house, and he paid off 2 of his vehicles with it. I mean, everybody just uses it for different things because
That's super
it
smart
offset-
because if he paid off the vehicles,
He's saving-
He's saving. Now he can make that payment. It didn't really affect his
Exactly.
life.
It's the same life,
Yeah.
right?
30-year payment
His
instead of-
payment didn't
Right.
change.
Right.
Like his
His
monthly
budget's still
obligation.
there. Yeah.
Exactly. And he's going to remodel his entire house.
And
right?
the loan is against something that actually increases in value versus
exactly
a
versus the
depreciating
depreciating
asset.
asset.
And
Exactly.
you can write it all off
100%.
right off the interest.
100%. But then there's a lot of folks as well that have a lot of equity, like you do, right? They have a ton of equity, and they're like, "I have money inside walls." Instead, they're pulling money out, and then they're reinvesting into other properties
investment
as well,
properties.
and getting DSCR loans, which you don't need any income for. So there's just so much opportunity to create generational wealth.
So tell me
that
about
people are not
tell me about
aware
the
of.
DSCR loan. So I know that this is a loan based on the actual investment.
It's
not
based
on
on
the
the
borrower.
cash
Based on
flow
the
of the
rental
property.
Of the
Income.
property.
Correct.
Yeah. So if you buy a house, you just put down basically enough to have the mortgage payment match the rental income. So you don't have to prove any. So it might be some properties might be 20%, some might be 30%, but It depends on how good of the rental income is.
But there's always a down payment on something like that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's no income, so it's an investment only. You can't do it for primary residence, only investment property.
It's investment
It's
only.
a really great product. A lot of people are taking advantage of those.
Yeah.
That's huge. I mean, think about if you could do that. Like, if I took out, I don't know, let's call it $250,000 of equity in my house, and then I found 2 properties that allowed, or 3 properties that allowed me to put off 50 grand down on each one,
Yeah.
and do the DSCR loans,
DSCR, yep.
and then have that cash flow coming in. So now I own 3 extra investment properties that are cash flowing,
Exactly.
and I still have cash, by the way, because I said 250
Absolutely.
Exactly.
minus 150. I'm left with 100K. Maybe I remodel them a little bit, raise the rents, and now I'm making more money,
Exactly.
right? Dude,
That's your next webinar, by
why
the
are
way.
you not speaking to Daren?
That's your next class right there. I know
Yes.
you. I know
What an
you.
opportunity.
You're all around the country, kind of speaking and speaking to these agents. These are the things that you need.
These
to
are
bring.
amazing
This is-
opportunities.
Absolutely.
You know, some people could be like, there's something right now. There's a lot of talk about how a complete generation is about to sell off all their businesses.
Yeah.
There's a
I'm
retirement
seeing
age
it.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're really starting to see that influx. So how about if you pulled equity on your house and you picked up a couple businesses that had nothing to do with your primary business, but brought you an extra cash flow, right? So it's not a property. Okay, cool, I get it. Like, I know real estate's a big thing, but additionally, it's taking out that equity and going to invest into something that maybe, I don't know, you put some effort into, or you hire a manager to run or something. I mean, dude, I've seen it, nail salons, dry cleaners, laundromats. I mean, there's so many businesses. I found a plastic company that was selling in
I saw a
Miami,
Chinese
right?
restaurant. I almost did it, but then I would eat too much. I can't. No, I'm a sucker for Chinese food. So
Just bought a
I
baseball
can't
league
do
down
it.
here.
I can't do
It's pretty
it.
cool. You bought a baseball league. The guy was retiring.
Did he really?
It's like he's
That's
like the commissioner of the baseball league now.
That's awesome.
Oh
making
my
money.
gosh.
It's great.
It's so cool.
That's crazy.
But that is true. I'm seeing that a lot more. I'm
Yeah.
seeing that a lot more. That's a good point.
And
Yeah.
also, by the way, like, if you have somebody that has equity and you give them these ideas, you don't know who you're speaking to sometimes, right? Like, maybe the homeowner's like, well, I don't really like my job, And so what you're saying is, if I pull equity out on my house, Daren hooks me up with a HELOC, and I could take some of that money and go invest into the dream business that I've been trying to create for
There you
my
go.
entire life.
There you go.
Listen, and by the way, for the realtors, no, you're not making money on that opportunity. You're making money on the futures. And by investing the time and ideas into this person who's going to go buy a business or, whatever it is, and maybe it doesn't include any real estate and you don't make money right away. But if that person becomes ultimately successful in that business and sells their house to get something huge, or, or has a family member that's moving, or a cousin or a best friend, guess what they're going to call? The person that changed their lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're so freaking focused on the transaction that we forget the humanity behind it,
Yeah.
right? And so if we could include that humanity, you're putting money down on futures,
100%.
and you have a partner that made it happen for
100%.
you.
The firstborn's gonna be named Daren at that point. You made my dreams come true. I named my kid after you.
This is Daren 1, Daren 2, and Daren 3. And then we had a girl, Darina.
Guys, thank you so much for joining today. Much appreciated. Daren, let the folks know where they can find you.
Just call me 858-220-5701 or email dgreg@boldmortgage.io.
Beautiful, man.
Love it,
David
man.
Kurz, love you, buddy. Always
Lots of love for you guys,
yeah,
man.
man.
It's huge.
Absolutely. Appreciate the support.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. You
Listen,
know that
guys, you got incredible partners here. I encourage you to reach out. If you've never used, Bold, try them. Like, just one deal. What's it going to hurt you? Try one client, put them through with Daren. And if that experience is an incredible experience for you, then do it again and again and again, and have a real partner, not just somebody you send business to.
Yeah.
It's great.
Absolutely. And name your firstborn after him.
And name your firstborn after Daren for making you a millionaire. That's right.
I love it. Thank you, gentlemen. Much
you.
love to you
Thanks
guys.
for having me,
Till the
guys.
next
Thanks,
one,
guys.
brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man.